Residents of Njabini village in Nyandarua have mourned the fallen freedom fighter Mukami Kimathi, who passed away on Friday. Family and friends eulogized the late Mukami as a great fighter for the rights of the Mau Mau, who unfortunately died before realizing her lifelong desire to recover her husband's remains and give him a dignified send-off. And as Mary Mwoki reports, the government has condoled with the family and pledged to cater for funeral expenses. At the rural home of freedom fighter Mukami Kimathi in Njabini village in Nyandarua County, family and friends from near and far arrived to pay their last respects to the fallen independence struggle hero. This corner in her living room, a dedicated shrine to the memory of her late husband, and though he has been dead for 66 years, pictures of him dot the walls like a torch she has kept burning for almost 7 decades. Relatives eulogized her as a compassionate and loving matriarch whose absence will be felt for a long time.
Tumestuka sana ni kuachwa na mama. Hata hatukuwa tunafikiria ati siku moja atatuacha. Vile alikuwa anatushikilia. Yeye ni mcha Mungu sana. Ametuonyesha njia ya Ukristo.
Pastor Francis Gashombe of the Heroes of Faith Church, where the late Mukami worshipped, has praised her as a faithful and dedicated member who was committed in her walk of faith. Pastor Gashombe says Mukami single-handedly donated the piece of land the church is built on.
Tunamjua kwa sababu kwanza kama sisi kanisa alitupea pari ya kujenga kanisa. Wanweka akasema hatuwezi kusomea nje akiwa na shamba kubwa kama hili. Maitodi alifanya tuwe na stima hapa wakati hayati mzee Kibaki alikuwako, alisema aletewe stima.
Mukami Kimathi was the wife of freedom fighter Dedan Kimathi. She was among Mau Mau freedom fighters detained at the Kamiti Maximum Prison during Kenya's struggle for independence. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua eulogized her as a force to reckon with, who never wavered from speaking the truth and embodied Kenya's struggle for independence.
For those of us who are conversant with this struggle, we want to say it's a very great loss, because all of us have been running behind Mukami as our mother and as a symbol of our lessons and our struggle.
Former President Uhuru Kenyatta has eulogized the late Mukami as a symbol of Kenya's liberation struggle. He says, throughout her life, Mama Mukami demonstrated what genuine patriotism means and how citizens are supposed to work towards the progress of their motherland. Azimio leader Raila Odinga also eulogized Mama Mukami as one who had the virtue of courage. His statement reads in part, "I will always salute and honor Mukami for the fortitude with which she picked up the pieces, holding her family together, seeking the truth about her husband, and continuing to remind Kenyans of the virtues of patriotism, courage, and unity." Mukami will be remembered for pushing the state to locate her husband's body, which is interred in an unmarked grave at Kamiti Maximum Prison, and accord him a hero's burial at their Njabini home. Trade CS Moses Kuria says it is possible for the government to corroborate with the British government to locate the body of Dedan Kimathi and have his remains interred together with his wife in honor of Mukami's dying wish.
Has lived her life with fortitude and consistency. Never at one time did she change the ideals which she stood for and which even her late husband, Dedan Kimathi, was surely stood for. And further, I want to say that I believe firmly that it is still possible. Kamiti is not a whole country. It's a small place. It is still possible, probably with the support of the British government, to identify the actual place where Dedan Kimathi is buried. We exhume the remains of Dedan Kimathi, and as we bury Mukami Kimathi, we should have 2 coffins, that one of Mukami Kimathi and that one of Dedan Kimathi. May our Almighty God rest her soul in eternal peace.
She was 96 years old at the time of her demise. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has announced the government will help the family with the burial preparations. Mary Mwoki, Citizen TV.